Eagles trade A.J. Brown to the New England Patriots. I'm going to be honest with you. If I am Howie Roseman and the Philadelphia Eagles, and this guy played the way that he played after having so many grievances, complaining online, in person, pouting on the sidelines, not giving full effort, putting his body on the line, alligator arming catches, not holding his blocks, and then you want to be sent to the place or your designated area, your preferred destination. If I'm in control of the Eagles, I would never have sent them there. I don't care what you say. That's just who I am. I would have tried to send them to Timbuktu. You know what I mean? But being as the organization, they may have, appreciated his services. And maybe the New England Patriots were the only ones that were going to trade for him at the price or a price that the Philadelphia Eagles were willing to accept. So that's the one layer. As far as his grievances, saying that the past game wasn't what it was supposed to be. Now, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I can side with him to a degree there, with the fact that the offense just didn't look like it was clicking. It didn't look fluid. It didn't look like Jalen was comfortable back there. He didn't want to run as much, and so it shrunk the playbook. I think another problem was when you hear from so many different sources in the locker room that, and from the coaches and coordinators, saying that Jalen was doing a lot of audibles at the line. So it could have been a play that was designated for A.J. Brown. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to eat. I'm going to do this. And he puts all this effort. This guy checks down or checks out of what would have been his play. And he ends up not getting the ball. Or he starts taking off. He leaves the pocket faster than he should have. He doesn't climb the pocket. He goes to, what does he always go to his right? And so the play breaks down. And I can understand why AJ would be upset. I would understand why any of the receivers would be upset, because it's not a pass-heavy offense. But nevertheless, now it's starting to look like maybe this was the whole reason why A.J. Brown landed in the Philadelphia Eagles' lap, because he came from the Tennessee Titans. He played in his last 3 years, 2019, 2021, or 2020 and 2021. He had 52 receptions, 70 receptions, and then 63 receptions. The first 2 seasons were 1,000-yard seasons, and the last one was 869s. Albeit he never cracked more than 10 touchdowns any of those years. And it was the King Henry days. And Ryan Tannehill was your quarterback. So I see why you were trying to leave, but I believe in his mind he thought he was going from a offense that was leaning on its running back, King Henry, Tennessee Titans, and he was going to come to an offense that would be more pass heavy. We all saw in the first Super Bowl run with Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts and those guys that it started to click, one, when Sirianni was no longer calling the plays. And part of that, which was number 2, is that they started to run the ball more. I truly believe in my heart, and as a fan, and as a fan of other teams and footballs, that the formula to always win is, one, you have to have a great defense, right? Because you have to stop the other guy from scoring, minimum. You have to be able to run the ball, and run the ball well. Have a good running back, a running back that can catch out of the backfield, because that's going to soften up the coverage. It's going to bring the safeties down. You're going to throw the ball over the top. So it goes hand in hand. You have to have a good running game in order to have a successful passing game, in my opinion. Now, are there outliers? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, you have to have some type of run. And so maybe he was sold. A.J. Brown was sold on an idea that this offense was going to be geared towards wide receivers, and unfortunately it wasn't successful for them, and so they had to switch it that first Super Bowl run. And we all know what happened the year after that, when they promoted from within the team, and offensive coordinator didn't really know what he was doing. And then after they won the Super Bowl, it was the same song. But I say all of that to say this: AJ Brown had the most career years here with the Philadelphia Eagles, all while you were leaning on the running game heavy and the read option heavy, Jalen Hurts legs heavy, and that was the formula to win. Now, in a team game where you have 53 men on the roster, everybody matters. The line blocking matters. It gives the quarterback time to be able to go through his progressions and go to where the ball or the player is open. So you need the offensive line, even on a pass play. You need the running back to be able to pick up a blitz on a pass play and also block, even if it isn't a blitz, to give the quarterback time, because you need a good quarterback. And then the receiver gets the ball. But it's a team thing. The narrative that Jalen Hurts is such a bum is misleading. Is he Joe Montana? No. Is he the best dissector of a defense? No. But I think he is a formidable quarterback who is able to bring you success. He played well in high pressure games when other quarterbacks tend to shrink. He actually has excelled. And then he's 2 for 2 on those, albeit they only won 1, but he's 2 for 2 on those, right? And then when he runs, it just opens up the playbook so much more. So I say all that to say this: I don't know what AJ Brown thinks he's gonna get in New England. Was it some sentimental thing, like, oh, I'm an NFL, this is the twilight years of my career, I want to be up there while I still have a step? But I don't think Drake May is what everybody, I mean, he still has to be proven, so I'm not going to diminish Drake May, but he still has to be proven. This is a prove-it league, right? Also, what type of success are you looking for, AJ Brown? Are you looking for your individual accolades? Because that's what it seems like. He is that type of person. Like, he was happy the games that they lost last year, but he got his touchdown passes, and he got his catches, and he got his yards, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But when they were successful, when they had just won the Super Bowl, when they had other success, because he wasn't the primary focus, he had a problem. And I just think as a man, especially in sport, that is your job. This is your profession. You know what I mean? It's a team thing. It's hard to be the man consistently. And maybe it did something to him when he thought he was going to be the man, and Saquon came and had such a career year, and they leaned on him so much that maybe that did something to him personally. But albeit, I still don't think that they got a lot for AJ Brown. I think that is because the Patriots were the only people that are interested. I'm sorry I was being so long-winded, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm upset that I would have made this dude come to practice, and if he didn't show for the games, give up that bread. You're not gonna go to the one place where you're desiring to go. I would have sent you to freaking Timbuktu to play in the UFL, and that would have been your only way out. You don't quit on your team. You don't quit on your team. You don't quit on your team. To me, AJ Brown is a magnificent wide receiver, but he lacks the heart. He lacks the dedication to his and loyalty to his team, and to make things bigger than him. Because it is bigger than him. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than me. That's all I got.